Hey guys, what's up? Paladin here. How you guys doing? Anyways, so I have to do this SummerSlam review because I don't want to be late like last time, although I'm already like a day late, but there's an explanation for that. I was just simply put busy on Monday, and I was actually supposed to record this video the same day as the pay-per-view. It just didn't happen because I was so tired after the pay-per-view. I'm usually the host for all the pay-per-views. It usually happens at my house. So I was a little tired afterwards, and I fell asleep and stuff. And then today I was pretty busy. Well, I guess now yesterday, because it's 12:48 a.m. actually now. But so yeah, that means that it's tomorrow, which is Tuesday after Raw. And I just got done watching Raw actually. And yeah, so the video will probably be uploaded the same day, Tuesday. I just gotta render it and everything. But anyways, on to the review itself. So, this year's SummerSlam was good. Just to quickly say it, it was good. But it wasn't as good as 2013's, in my opinion. There were good matches on this card. But there were definitely probably some better matches. Another reason why, by the way, why this video got delayed is because I just simply had to rewatch some matches, like Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt, for example. Because I really wasn't paying attention during that match. I was getting food and talking on the phone, and well, not talking on the phone, texting on the phone, and stuff. So I really didn't pay attention to that match. And there were a couple other matches that I had to repay attention to. Wow, that match was 5 minutes as I thought. But anyways, yeah, there were like 3 matches that I had to rewatch. Slightly wanted to rewatch just one of them just because it's hilarious. But we'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, on to the pre-show. The first match of the night, technically speaking, Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro in a singles match, and the time was 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Now, this match surprised me a little bit. Now, I don't completely, this is probably a match I should have just rewatched as well, but, because, I'm sorry, guys, it's been like a day. It's been 24 hours, and I've been busy on Monday, and I got done watching Raw, so those matches are stuck in my head right now instead of the pay-per-view matches. But from what I can remember, this was definitely a good match. And the winner, which is Rob Van Dam, surprised me. I thought Cesaro was just going to win the match, and it was just going to be another win for Cesaro, because Cesaro is just fucking awesome. But the match went back and forth for the most part, from what I remember again. And I don't recall it being 8 minutes long, but apparently it's like roughly 8 minutes long. But I'm just going to be quick with this pre-show, because again, I don't remember too much of it. And I'm going to say, from what I remember, again, I'm going to have to keep saying that. From what I remember, I'm going to give this match a 2.5. A 2.5, you guys need to remember, isn't exactly bad. It's like nothing special, sort of. But it's not going to be a 2, which is a little bit worse. 1 being the worst, obviously. But it's not a direct 2 because, again, the ending surprised me. But it wasn't really that great of a match. Remember, guys, these are out of 5 stars. They're not out of 10 stars. The final review of the entire pay-per-view is out of 10 stars. So yeah, just again, to remind you. Now, the official first match of the card, which lasted 7 minutes and 52 seconds, was Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. There's no stipulation. It was just a plain singles match, again, as most of these actually are. But yeah, this match actually also surprised me. Now, this one I do remember. This one was just really awesome. It was very back and forth. Dolph Ziggler actually injured himself. I'm going to put quotes on that because JBL, what he said on Raw tonight might be true. Who knows? Maybe Ziggler might be going heel soon. But Dolph Ziggler hurt his leg, specifically his knee, I remember, in this match. So he got injured about 75% way through the match. But yeah, this match was really good. At the end, there were a lot of back and forth finishers trying to be done. I think Miz landed the skull-crushing finale, and Ziggler kicked out of it, which is why everybody got surprised. And I think this is awesome chant, actually, I think started during this match as well. It was overall just a really great match. I was surprised, though, again, at the winner, because Ziggler actually won this match. I was expecting Miz to win. Again, as I said, I thought that Miz was just going to win this, but I wanted Ziggler to win. Ziggler won, and I called it down the line. I was happy for it. And, but on Raw today, just to quickly mention, he won by a landslide. He won by countout. He got counted out, and Miz won the match, which means Miz is still in the Intercontinental Championship spotlight to go against Ziggler again. However, Ziggler still retain the championship because he got counted out, and you're only supposed to win the championship via pinfall or submission, or whatever the match stipulation itself is, like a steel cage or a Hell in a Cell or whatever else there is, or a last man standing. You know, just matches like that in general. But overall, I'm going to give this match a solid 3. I'm not going to give it a 3.5. I'm going to try and be a little bit more strict on my reviews, guys, because honestly, I've been giving a little bit of too many freebies away. And honestly, this SummerSlam, as I said before, is not as good as SummerSlam 2013. And I'm not sure if I did a review of that SummerSlam. But I know I am getting close to being close to my 2013 reviews, actually. So I'm getting close to those, where I'm looping around again. But anyways, so it'll be my first whole year, actually, so of doing reviews and predictions. So that's pretty nice, actually. But yeah, solid 3 for this match. It's just a solid, 3. It's a solid match, and I'd recommend watching it. Anything higher than a 3 is I recommend watching it, pretty much. Paige versus AJ Lee is the next match, and it went on for 4 minutes and 57 seconds. And it's a singles match, again, for the title, for the Divas Championship. This match, I have a couple of issues with. There were 2 or 3 botches in this match, or just things that didn't really look well. The one that I specifically remember that's fresh in my head because I just got done watching the match was when AJ pushed Paige off the top rope, and like the way Paige fell was so sloppy. Like, it looked like she tried to sell it like Dolph Ziggler would try to sell something. And, like, she tried to bounce her head off the mat, I guess, when she landed on the ring apron. But it just didn't look right, and she just clumsily, I guess that's a word, clumsily fell. And I was just like, that looked kind of bad. But anyways, there's another part in the match early on that I think kind of looked a little bad, too. Like I said, there's 2 or 3 spots. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head because the match was so damn fast. Because Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella lasted an entire, it's double the amount. Yeah, it's double the amount of what this match was, which is a little surprising as it is the Divas Championship match. And I don't care how important the feud between Stephanie and Brie Bella was, because honestly, while that feud was okay, people started to dislike it after a while, or just thought it was kind of boring after a while. So for the fact that that match went longer on than this is kind of bullshit. But the problem that I have with this match, the main problem that I have with AJ Lee versus Paige, is that they seem to try and do it a little hardcore-ish, in which that they hit their head on the aprons, they hit their head on the barricades, they landed pretty hard from time to time. AJ did a flying clothesline outside of the ring to Paige, who was also outside of the ring. And they tried to make it seem like a bit of a hardcore styled sort of match, not an actual hardcore match, but a very intense Divas match, I guess I should say. And it sort of kind of didn't work out because the match was so damn fast. I'm not sure if the match time was intended to be that short, but I guess it just was like wear and tear on their bodies or something. I don't know. The way that Paige reversed the Black Widow was actually pretty unique. I did like that. AJ's clothesline off the top rope, off the top turnbuckle, was actually pretty impressive. And Paige actually did do a very decent job of selling most of the moves. It's just at times it looked kind of clumsy for certain things. But overall, I'm going to give this match a 2.5 out of 5. And the reason I have to give it this and not a solid 3 is just because, it's so short. And there are some clumsy moments in this match, and it should have just been longer in general. I am happy, though, that Paige won, because, I am a person that likes Paige, so, yeah, for the fact that she won was pretty nice to see. Moving on, though, the next match, which went on for 8 minutes and 55 seconds, was the flag match between Rusev and Swagger. I remembered Cesaro because of Swagger and their whole tag team they had a while ago. But anyways, this was a flag match. Rusev was obviously accompanied by Lana, and Swagger was accompanied by Zeb Coulter. Now, the way that this match ended is what pisses me off the most about this match. The match itself was good. I'm going to just flat out say it right now. It's going to get a solid 3 from me. It did go on pretty well, and there were a lot of nice reversals in this match. Whenever Swagger landed the Patriot Lock, a.k.a. the angle lock or whatever, ankle lock or whatever you want to call it, Kurt Angle's move, that's where he got it from. it was pretty impressive because he always got it. He really sunk it in from time to time, which was pretty nice. Although he never really sunk it in as Kurt Angle always does. Kurt Angle just does an impressive ass ankle lock. He made that move, but anyways, not literally, but he really made that move significant in his role in the WWE, and I guess even TNA. I don't really watch too much of TNA, but I know TNA has its good moments, anyways. But this match, I'm gonna give it a solid 3. But I would have given it a 3.5 if it just wasn't for the fucking ending. The ending is atrocious. The ending is stupid. Watch the ending of this match. Watch the entire match, mind you, if you want to. The ending of this match doesn't make sense because Rusev won by knockout, okay? Like, Swagger passed out. But the problem with it is, if you watch it, what do you notice every single time when someone gets knocked out in a WWE match? The referee usually does what? He raises their arm 3 times in a row, and usually the person that is knocked out will shake their arm around signifying that they are not actually passed out and that they're awake again. The referee didn't even do that. He wiggled Swagger's arm a little bit and then called the match down, and that's how Rusev won. That is so stupid. That just bothers me so much how that's how the match ends, and I was stupid, man. Overall though, the match was pretty good. And now I gotta get to it because wow, 10 minutes and 52 seconds apparently. It felt longer than that, but I wish it was longer than that. This is probably the match of the night, and it's funny because it's in the middle of the card of the entire match listing. This is the lumberjack match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And I did not think you could make a lumberjack match good. I didn't think you could do that. As for the most part, most lumberjack matches haven't been that great. The lumberjack match does not have a very good track record of being good. There's only been a couple decent ones and then maybe 1 or 2 good ones. This is now added to the list of good ones because holy shit, this match went everywhere. I definitely recommend this match, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 already. To tell you right now, this match definitely deserves a 4 out of 5. This match was just really fucking good. Watch this damn match. There's tons of great spots in it. Like, the best thing about this match, though, is that it is a lumberjack match, and the lumberjacks didn't even do, like, a good job of keeping them, like, inside the ring. There was one point where Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins go all the way out into the crowd, in which case Kane comes out afterwards and stops that shit, and gets the lumberjacks to bring them back into the ring. But they're all the way out in the crowd beating the shit out of each other, and it's just awesome. I do think I'm not sure if there were any back-to-back finishers being done in this match. I think maybe 1 or 2 happened between both of them, and they both kicked out of them. Obviously, another one being done and the final person being victorious. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's actually not what happened. Seth Rollins hit Dean Ambrose with a briefcase and won the match. That's how the match ended. The only reason Seth Rollins won, though, is because of Kane, which is how he won tonight on Raw, actually. Yes, Dean Ambrose lost again to Seth Rollins on Raw because of Kane's fucking help. Now, I will say the match on Raw actually may even be better, but it still would get a 4 out of 5 if this was a pay-per-view match. The match on Raw, if you guys have the network or you already watched it, you know what's your opinions on the Raw match as well between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. That was on the 18th, by the way. This is now the 19th, which this video should also be up on the 19th. But on the 18th was when Raw happened. And if you guys saw the 18th of Raw in August, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, like I said, both these guys are really good in the ring, okay? First of all, to anybody that says Dean Ambrose is a bad wrestler and all he does is just flail at the opponent, fuck no, he does not. Watch this match and then watch also the match on Raw. Dean Ambrose may not be a technician, but he definitely has some sweet-ass wrestling moves, and he definitely shows that he deserves a championship in the future. And not just like the IC championship, which, again, back in the day was a lot better than how it is now. But, he just deserves a championship. Like, I don't know if you're gonna give him the stupid US again, because holy shit, that run was terrible, but, you know, I don't know what you're gonna give him. But if he gets, the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE within another year or 2, I will be fucking excited for that, and he will definitely be a great champion, because you don't know what Dean is going to do. That's, like, the best thing about him. You don't know what he's going to do in the match. And not to say Seth Rollins doesn't definitely deserve any spotlight. He definitely does. He's a great wrestler. He has definitely more wrestling skill than Dean Ambrose. But in terms of just, like, pure surprises, Dean Ambrose is full of those. This match was really great. I give it a hardcore fucking must-watch recommendation. 4 out of 5, like I said. And again, be sure to check out their Raw match as well, because Dean Ambrose actually wrestled a bit more in that match. And it was just a good match overall. If you want to see someone get their head kicked in concrete, then I definitely recommend you watch the Raw match. But anyways, spoiler warning about that. Of course, I'm giving spoilers of the pay-per-view, because this is a fucking review. What am I not supposed to give? Anyways. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that match. I know I talked about it for a pretty long time, and I got a little off topic with the Raw match, but I had to talk about it. Jesus Christ, we're 15 minutes in. I gotta speed this up. Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, so next up we got Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho in a singles match. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper were banned from ringside, and this match went on for 12 minutes and 57 seconds. Again, I had to rewatch this match. And to get through these matches a little quicker, because I seriously have to, I'm going to give this match, like a 2.5. I'm sorry. This match doesn't really get a solid 3 from me, because it was mainly just Bray Wyatt beating Chris Jericho's ass. And the reason it bothers me so much is because Chris Jericho beat Bray Wyatt in the last pay-per-view at Battleground, I believe. That's when the last time they fought, and Chris Jericho beat Bray Wyatt, and it was an even match. They were going back and forth a lot. Chris Jericho had offense in this match. It was definitely present. It just, Bray Wyatt seemed like he was beating the shit out of him pretty much for the most of the match. So I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. Next match is Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella in a singles match. Match went on for 10 minutes and 16 seconds, my bad. Like that extra second really matters. This match was 50-50. I'm not even going to say back and forth. I'm going to say 50-50. The first half of the match was Stephanie McMahon beating the shit out of Brie Bella, and the second half was Brie Bella beating the shit out of Stephanie. That's it. And already, I'm just going to say this match, from Stephanie's standpoint, was really good. Stephanie showed that she still got it, as the fans like to say, she still has it. And she definitely can still wrestle. She can still go. Oh boy, yeah, she can. Triple H probably teaching her some shit in the back. But, yeah, the ending of this match was the surprising point in which Nikki Bella came out, along with Triple H, actually, but Triple H didn't really do too much. He just stopped Brie Bella from winning the match. He pulled the referee out of the ring. Yeah, Nikki came out, and it looked like they were both about to beat on Stephanie, because I think Nikki, like, drop-kicked Triple H or something, or kicked him out of the way or whatever. Maybe it was Brie. I don't fucking know. He just got kicked in the face, okay? It looked like the two, Bellas were gonna, fucking gangbang Stephanie. But, that didn't happen. Nikki actually betrayed Brie and elbowed her in the face, in which case I believe Stephanie pedigreed Brie after that and won the match. Big whoop. I already knew Stephanie was probably gonna win the match, honestly. And yeah, it was an alright match. I'm gonna give it a 2.5, especially because of the wow factor and everything, but I don't know, it just, for the fact that it was like 50-50, I don't know, okay, let's just say this, I'll give it a good 2.5 out of 5, and when I say that, I mean you should probably still watch it, is what I'm trying to say here. I just don't want to really give it a 3, because it wasn't that great. I would have preferred it if it was a back and forth sort of thing, but it wasn't. The first half of the match was Stephanie wailing on Brie, and the second half was Brie wailing on Stephanie, and Stephanie winning with just a pedigree, so, I mean, whatever. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton in a singles match, 16 minutes and 17 seconds. Flat out gonna give this a 3. It was a pretty decent, good match. Maybe even a 3.5. It was... I definitely say it was probably the second best match of the night, if not Dolph Ziggler and Miz being the second best match of the night, and this being the third. Roman Reigns won, and yeah, I think it was alright. It was definitely an alright match. It was definitely better than some of the other matches on this card. And yeah, it was actually a back and forth match. People like to call Roman Reigns the second fucking Superman. Like John Cena. Well, guess what? Roman Reigns has more moves than John Cena, and I'd much rather watch Roman Reigns for another, like, 5 years, or even 10 years for, like, John Cena, than continue to keep watching John Cena win the titles. So if Roman Reigns is next to win the titles, that's fine with me. Is he a better wrestler than Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose? Maybe Dean, because Dean is just really random, but not Seth Rollins. But overall, I'm sorry. I just think Reigns is all right. I don't know why people bitch about him so damn much. I think he's okay. Is it possible that all of his fame is coming from his cousin The Rock? Possibly. But honestly, Roman Reigns actually shows that he's better than The Rock in the ring, because holy hell, The Rock still puts on a decent show, but I don't know. His performance when he came back was just not as good as when he was in the Attitude Era or even the Ruthless Aggression Era. But anyways, again, I'm trying to speed through these a little bit because I don't really want to hit the 20-minute mark. Fuck. But yeah, I was trying to not hit the 20-minute mark. But trying to keep these under 20 minutes, and I'm fucking up, man. I'm sorry. I just had to really brag on about that Seth Rollins match versus Dean Ambrose, didn't I? But anyways, now the final match is also going to be pretty short because I'm not really going to talk about it too much. It was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Obviously, Brock had Paul Heyman with him. It was a singles match for the championships. And this match actually also went on for roughly 16 minutes, 16 minutes and 6 seconds. And people like to say that this match was completely one-sided, even the commentators. While it sort of was completely one-sided, and it was mainly just Brock beating the ever-living hell out of John Cena, which amused the shit out of me. Brock did get a little bit of, I guess I should rather say Cena. Cena did get some offense in, that's what I'm trying to say. And it wasn't completely one-sided. Cena landed an attitude adjustment, got the STF in, and also landed a couple of hits on Brock and then knocked him down, I think, once. But it was honestly only on one knee, from what I can remember. And, yeah, this was Suplex Central because Brock landed 16 suplexes on John Cena, which, if you think about it, yeah, it's kind of boring when he does that, but you have to remember John had surgery on his neck. So that's probably what Brock was trying to aim for. He was trying to get John to quit the match and just give up. People were getting irritated by this, some at least. There was like a very small, boring chant, and people need to realize this, but that boring chant did not, one, last very long, and two, it was like honestly from people from the front row next to the camera guy. Because honestly, it was a very small, this is boring chant or whatever, and it, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't entirely boring to me. Maybe it's just because I'm a sick bastard and I like seeing John Cena lose matches, but anyways, yeah, yeah, Brock won the match, obviously, though, beat the shit out of John Cena. And I'm gonna give this match 2.5 out of 5. Simply for the fact that it's, as much as I like seeing John Cena getting beaten the shit out of, it was for the most part one-sided, but again, not completely one-sided like everybody says. Just simply for the fact that Cena did he got a bunch of hits in, like punches wise, and like he, you know, again, he got an attitude adjustment in. He did his 5 moves of doom besides the what is it? The 5-knuckle shuffle. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Besides that one, as if he was probably going to even hit Brock with that. Brock probably would have got up and just fucking smashed his ass and laid his ass on the ground again. But anyways, yeah, Brock's the new champion. And you know what? I'm happy about that. Because that signifies that Brock is going to be the next big thing, thank God, like he was supposed to be. And it doesn't tarnish The Undertaker, in my opinion. Because if Cena won, that means that Cena not only beat the person that beat The Undertaker, but has a chance of beating The Undertaker because Brock is the one that beat The Undertaker. And I'm happy that Brock won. Even though I currently, I don't really hold too much of a grudge against Brock anymore for beating Undertaker that much anymore because, hey, he beat John Cena and I don't really care. I'm tired of seeing Cena with the championships. That's just how it is. So yeah, if you agreed with most of my opinions and agreed with all the match scores and stuff, thank you very much. And for the final overall score of this pay-per-view, I'm going to give it a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. It was okay. It was an alright SummerSlam. Again, I think last year was a lot better, and I think if I did SummerSlam, I can't remember. If I did SummerSlam last year, I gave it probably an 8 out of 10 or something like that, or like a 8.5 out of 10, something like that. That's probably what I would give it now anyways. But anyways, yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, guys. If you agreed with me and agreed with my opinions, thank you very much for doing so. If you have anything to say, post a comment down below. And, yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, guys. See you later. Peace.